Hey everybody, we're from Bearable Traders here, Sunday, June the 9th. So we had a pretty constructive week last week in the markets, and let's take a look at what happened and what we can look forward to this week. So let's get started here. You can see here the stocks trading above the 200-day are moving back into the bull camp. Same with the 50. New highs, new lows. Was pretty constructive on Friday. We had some pretty strong days throughout the last week, as everybody knows. So the market's turning around after a bit of a sell-off. I guess I'm thinking maybe that now we've got some rate hikes, or rate decreases, I should say, on the table, getting everybody excited again about more lowering interest rates. So you see here 1 week performance, pretty good for consumers, industrials, healthcare, everything in the green. Technology still lagging, and I think that's partly because of the trade war situation, and they're kind of in the crosshairs, I think, of the whole thing, plus the maybe some DOJ stuff investigating different technology companies. But you can see here on the month we're still in the defensive. Utilities, healthcare are the ones that are strong. Technology down pretty at the bottom there. Let's take a look at the indexes. Start out with the 10-year on the Treasury. You can see we hooked down again here. We looked like we did take a bit of a bounce here. Got out of my TLT position on this low. Actually, timed it pretty well there because it was really getting extended. It just had to do some kind of a bounce there. So be interested to see where it goes this week. It looked like it curled over there on Friday with more talk of interest rate cuts, and yeah, so that was the volume. No volume there, of course. Let's take a look at the Dow weekly. Let's take a look at the week. Had an outside reversal week, real strong week here. Bit extra volume than some of the selling days, so selling weeks, so that's good. And I think I just think that lots of positive vibes in the market. I think RSI is turning up there. I think we're going to head higher next week. It's my inclination anyway. Let's see what we did on the small caps. Again, sort of a strong week here, almost an outside reversal day. Pretty much down on 1 week, back up, so we're no further ahead, no further behind. Good, better volume than average. RSI hooking up again. MACD doing the same here. See what we got here with the cues, the technology on the week. Yeah, big outside reversal week here. Selling down last week or week before, big bounce up this week off this 50 moving day average. RSI hooking up, just like same old story. Volume coming in there. So again, I think unless something weird happens, is we get some more bad news or some tweets out of the White House, I think we're probably good to go higher here. Let's take a look at the SPY on a weekly. Again, really strong week here, right? Heading right back up. I think we're gonna retest this high, unless, like I said, unless something weird happens. We get some more news flow out of somewhere or another. Mexican tariffs are off for the time being. And dollar really just, double topped here, really rolled over hard, and we're back down into an area, I think, where there is some support here. But yeah, dollar really took it on the chin, I guess, with the interest rates, more interest rate cuts maybe. And the VIX, of course, it was kind of weird. VIX was up on the day, even though we had a strong market. So kind of an anomaly there. Let's see what the weekly looks like on this, because it's a little bit unusual, shall we say. So down on the week, but we seem to be sort of range bound, I guess, at this point. RSI turning down. It's right at 50, which is neither oversold or overbought. So yeah, very interesting that VIX really didn't drop as much on this week. Let's take a look at what we got on watch here. Baba, I'm just watching for these Chinese internet stocks. It looks like we've put in kind of a bottom here. I'll be watching for a bit of a break out of this 155 level on Baba. We could be good back up to this 163 level. There is, a lot of hype around the G20 meeting and whether Trump and Xi are going to meet and talk. And if I guess things don't go well, there's always the possibility that we're going to get more tariffs on more goods. So, I think that things will be a little bit nervous leading up to that, especially for the Chinese stocks. Here's Baidu. Baidu again looks like it's finding a bottom. Got into this, got out of it, just because it just looked like it was going to continue down, which it did. So that was some time ago now, got out flat. And maybe looks like it's putting in a bit of a bottom here. So we'll kind of keep an eye on that one. Emerging market, didn't have a great day on Friday, kind of, popped up above the 200-day and then rejected it on a kind of, so it's a bit of a gravestone doji there. I'm not too keen. Volume was not bad. RSI is still continuing to hook up here. So emerging markets could do well, especially if the dollar drops. And Facebook really is turning around here. It's a V reversal off this 200-day moving average here. I think it continues to go higher. I'd be watching that on Monday. And let's see, resistance could be up around 181, 180. It coincides where the 50 moving average is and sort of these prior levels of support, which are now resistance. So yeah, we could see another move in Facebook on the week coming. FCX was something that one of our traders emailed me, asked me about. Took a look at it, copper gold play, and you can see here it looked like it was going to be a constructive day Friday, but it really just completely reversed and closed pretty close to where it opened, which wasn't particularly constructive, although it's been on this serious downtrend, and it broke the downtrend, pulled back, and it would have been nice to see it go higher. But I think if we keep an eye on this, if it can hold 10, then we may end up going higher. I think it's possible that gold goes higher, particularly if the Fed is continuing to ease, and then if they ramp up the printing presses and start buying debt, printing money, and flooding the market with more U.S. dollars, I think gold is really going to catch a bid. And so companies like FCX and some of the other gold miners, especially Nugget, I like to play Nugget. I think they'll do really well if we really start ramping up the printing presses here. Chinese internet stocks, this is an ETF. Again, looks like it's kind of found a base here. Just a little bit nervous about holding it into the G20 meeting till that's sort of behind us. Labu I was looking at because the biotech seem to be consolidating around this 40-50 level, so maybe a bit of a pullback here might be an opportunity to get in, and then maybe we might get a breakout back up to 48 level here. Micron, it's been challenging. I don't know where it's going right now, but just watching it to see what it does. Roku has been a good stock to hold. Big jump up here on earnings, just strong. I called it this week. It was going through 100, popped up, did the 100, and now it's kind of just consolidating here. Friday was not a great day. Bit of a gravestone doji there, but I don't really think it's going to drop. I think it's just going to consolidate around this range for a while. It might just do this, might just slowly creep up and then break out again. So we'll keep an eye on that one, but again, I think the next week is again the markets are probably going to go higher unless we get some news here that would drive it the other direction. Semis, again, I think we got a bit of a gap to fill here. I think it could go higher, 105.55, where it's only 50 cents, but no, it's $1.50. Sorry, can't tell if it's 104.09 or 89. 09, so let's call it 105. Could be an area where it could go to Monday or sometime during the week. Nat gas, we caught that on a trade that I was watching. It sold off pretty hard. I played it for a bit of a reversal, so we got the reversal on Friday, got out of it. It was just a quick trade. I'm just not sure where it's going. It's trend is your friend, and this is down. I just thought it was getting really oversold. down below, you know, under 30 anyway. So, and it was getting really extended from these moving averages after all these days down. So I thought play for a bit of a reversal. And we managed to catch that, just barely. Almost got stopped out. And looks like oil's kind of maybe turning around here, although, you know, this could be another bear flag and we could end up heading lower. It did bounce off these levels of prior support here. And so we logically bounced here again. So again, we're back up, maybe back up into some areas of resistance. So we'll see if it can follow through or if we're going to get rejected and consolidate or head lower. Warehouse is another one I was looking at. Again, I think I've kind of missed the move on this one. Unfortunately, we had a unfortunately, we just end up getting a V reversal, which are hard to trade. And I'd only consider this if I could get back, you know, in around 23.20 where it broke out from, and then use 22.90 as a stop, and then hopefully it would continue higher, maybe up to the 50 moving average. So anyway, we'll just keep an eye on that one as well. So that's it. That's kind of the week in review and what we're watching going forward. And here's my book on Amazon, How to Swing Trade. If you're interested in swing trading, you haven't done a lot of research on it, you could always check this out. And we'll call it a night. Everyone have a great rest of the weekend, what's left of it. We'll see you all in the Bear Bull Trading Room in the morning, and sayonara for now.